Hey, everybody, welcome to Mom Said. My name is Gabe Gibbs.
And my name is Gabe Gibbs.
You'll never know her name. It's Allie Gibbs. What? This got messed up. Mom Said is a podcast made by 3 adult siblings, but it's not about that.
But it's not about that.
It's often about that. Today's episode is about a lot of things. We talk about... it's a political episode.
We get a little political,
We get
and that's not a
political.
joke. But who among us isn't stepping in that
It's hard not to
every
step
25
into it.
seconds?
We talk about street meat. We talk about...
Straight meat.
We talk about Elmo. We talk about a lot of different things.
There's a portion where we do impressions of Elmo. Hey, skip that.
Go ahead, skip that.
Feel free to skip that.
Feel free to skip that. It's bad. Capital B-A-D, bad.
But
Grant
bad
has
in a way
something
that
he's gonna
feels
say in the intro.
uncomfortable. It
Grant,
makes-
you're speaking in the intro?
Say something, Grant.
I was going to say, stay to the end to hear my rendition of Pink Pony Club.
Oh, yeah, Grant does
stay
sing at
all the
the
way to the
end.
end. Grant does a cover of Pink Pony Club, and he does great. And I put him in a terrible key, and he very craftily hops down the octave.
Proud of
Very
him.
good job.
Anyway, see you. Thanks for.
This
Okay.
is where you say hit it, Grant.
Oh, hit it, Grant.
I'm not gonna do a good job of it, but my friend Benjamin, who I just did that theater show with, he played the Earl in the show. Do you remember him? Anyway, he's a lovely
Yeah,
guy,
I
great
do.
actor, very funny, like him a lot. He's Australian, and one of his things that he says in a great Australian accent is, I guess he and all his buddies were out at the gay bar once, like 25 years ago. And I guess similarly in Australia, same as LA, when you leave the bar, there's a bunch of hot dog vendors out there.
That being like a global thing warms my heart.
Isn't it delightful?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same climate.
That's
it's
so
the same.
charming.
There's something about the same climate making it,
I
right?
like that all
I don't
over
know
the
why.
world we're all giggling, dancing on the dance floor,
Dancing
and
on
we
the
leave
dance
the bar
floor.
with our friends and we have meat.
And we have meat, street meat. Street meat
It's
makes the
so
world go around.
sweet.
Street meat makes the world go around. Street meat making world go around.
We
Street
all
meat.
have it, and you do too.
Everywhere. There's street meat on the street.
We're all looking at the same moon, and we all look at the same sun, but not directly. We all have street meat as well.
Same moon, same sun, same all beef franks. Okay. Grant, you had something to say.
You know what
could
I
feel it.
realized? I went to a concert the other day and got street meat right after. And they don't have the prices like on their little stand.
Oh, yeah.
This dude he's saying a different price to every person. that
For
comes up.
sure.
100%.
Depending on your drunkage level, huh?
And by the way,
drunkage
I'd
level
look at
and
your
my
ass. I'd
stupid
look at
white
your ass.
yeah.
I'd look at
Depending
your
on
ass
what
and
you're
I'd charge you
wearing.
$14 for a hot dog. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Depending on what you're wearing, too. Depending on how many fancy brands you have on.
And also,
So-
you know what I would do also to take advantage of you? If you were standing there with a girl and you were like, they're $14 each.
Yeah.
You would be like, okay, man.
oh, you're screwed.
Yeah.
3 easy payments of
Does my mic sound
$19.99.
so loud to you guys right now?
No, you
I don't
sound
mind it.
amazing.
You sound incredible.
It sounds
Warm
loud to me.
Beautiful.
Do you think you're buzzing because of your McDonald's coffee?
Not yet. In 15 minutes, I will be.
Okay.
Zooted.
So I think I'm going to start bargaining for street meat now.
Wow.
Like-
wow.
Like I'm going to be like, he's going to say $9. I'm going to say, the other guy was $7.
I
You
like
can
it.
do
Let's see
that,
if it
but
works.
to my point earlier about if you're with a girl, don't do that.
When would
Okay,
I
wait,
ever be
wait.
getting street meat with a girl?
Okay, first
You're
of all,
leaving you take a girl out, you're dancing, you're having fun, you're leaving, and she's like, I want a hot dog. And you're like, okay, baby, let
Yeah.
me buy you a hot dog, girl.
Yeah, then at that point, I'm not bargaining, obviously.
Right.
but-
That's
Yeah.
what I'm just saying.
But
Don't be
wait,
like,
wait.
I don't know. Because then she'll be like, well, he's.
but
kind of
does
annoying.
that display fiscal responsibility to you as a person out on a date with a new man?
It's hard because.
Because it might come across as just stingy dick, or it comes across as man who has budgeted for his street meat, and we don't want to have
I
to exceed
really
the street meat budget.
can't be exceeding my street meat budget.
This comes across as like it could come. Well, I don't know. It probably depends on the woman, of course, but I think it could come across as like confident, don't care, like
Yeah,
like
it depends on the
no,
lady.
I'm not paying $9.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Not paying $9.
Yeah, I think it also depends on like how far you are into dating.
Yeah,
Like
Sure.
if it's the first date,
First date, everything is about smooth.
everything is about it going smooth and about
Smooth.
you coming across generous.
Yeah,
yeah.
everything is about smooth on the first date.
You being like, yeah, and like tipping and being like, thanks, man. Like that is all good.
tipping?
Have we already
Do you
talked
tip on
about
street meat?
No, I just
No.
mean in general.
Oh, I was like,
you're
we're
tipping
supposed
at
to be
dinner.
tipping on street meat?
You're like, yeah.
Have we already talked about my new tip rule
Oh no.
on the podcast? No, don't let me do it.
Yeah.
Let me do it.
You're right. Sorry.
Because at this point,
sorry.
at this point in 2025, we can all agree tipping has gotten a little bit out of hand. Like every place is asking for a tip unnecessarily.
Yeah.
I don't like that my camera. I can't see Allie. We're gonna have to have Gabe adjust that. All right. My new rule is, and let me know in the comments down below. I know I have a lot of fans here, so they'll comment in a YouTube video. If I'm standing, I'm not tipping.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Disagree. Hard disagree.
Or let me say, if I'm standing, I'm not tipping, or it's $1 per like item. Like coffee. I went to
coffee or a beer.
I went to a coffee. Yeah. I honestly at this point, like I don't even. Do I tip someone who went to the? We're 5 minutes in. Who went to the fridge and grabbed me a White Claw and cracked it open and handed it to me?
I can't. Okay.
I know. I
see,
hear what you're
it's
saying.
hard.
So I hear what you're saying. It's like I hear
it's
what you're
already a
saying.
service. Like there are other services where it's the same amount of work for the person working, and it's not tip culture. We've just like decided that this is something you should tip
No,
for.
we tip.
I hear what you're saying. Having been a barista,
Of course, you want tips.
You want the tips, and there are the drinks that are a lot high effort.
Yeah, I think it depends on the
And
effort.
it balances out because you also get tips on the low effort ones. It helps because they're not.
I'll
really
say
making-
this.
but I do hear what you're saying. When somebody just, you're
And
like,
what's also
I gotta
great-
give you
or
an
like,
extra couple bucks.
You go I go to this restaurant that's close to me all the time that you just walk up and order food at this little kiosk and then whatever you pick it up when it's ready and they ask for a tip and
That
I'm like,
one's
no.
so faceless. You're totally right on that one because that one's so faceless. It's one of these ghost kitchen ones where you walk
Oh
up.
my god, ew.
You walk up and there's a person behind the register, but it's like 10 different kitchens in the back.
Oh, weird.
And you're ordering from
That's
10
weird.
different quote unquote restaurants. And
you
it's
don't
like,
tip
let
at,
me
like,
get this Thai
McDonald's.
food.
No.
Yeah.
And
No.
it's like 10, 15, 25 or other and I go other 0000 enter.
Damn.
Bro,
That's
fuck
cold.
that.
Okay. Can I say
Wait, I have one more thing about the tip thing.
Yes.
Also for tips, why does it matter about the price of the item I ordered at the restaurant? Why does that determine my tip? Like I know it's a percentage thing, but it's like you as a waitress.
But why is it percentage?
It should just be like, I give you $25 if I felt it was really pleasant, or $20 if I felt it was mildly pleasant, or like, why the hell does the
Yeah.
price of my food determine? They're not doing any more or less work, nor is the kitchen. Maybe the kitchen's doing more work
Sure,
the
sure,
kitchen
sure.
definitely
for a nicer item.
Yeah.
But the kitchen's not seeing those
Maybe.
tips, are they?
They get paid out.
depends,
it depends on the
It
restaurant.
totally depends
Oh,
on the
yeah, you're
place.
right.
I think okay.
I agree
hear
that
you.
it should be like haircuts. A haircut, you're like, that was a good haircut. Here's $25. It's
What?
not
you
not
tip 20% on a haircut.
20% on a haircut. I'm
That's
gonna go
what I
give
thought.
this man. He does a great job. Shout out Maddie Liederbrand, my guy who gives me a haircut. I feel like king of the world
Okay.
every time I leave.
Can I now say something?
I feel like this is the moment of my life. Anyway,
I disagree with you, Grant. However, I agree
Wait, what are you disagreeing?
with this. I disagree that it's like 0 if I'm standing. I agree with the sentiment that things have gone too far. I agree with the sentiment that sometimes it's like, okay, this is crazy. I learned recently that you're supposed to be tipping $2 on a cocktail, $1 on like a beer or whatever, like something that they open.
Says who? Says the bartender that wants more money.
No,
I know,
hold on.
I know.
But wait.
I've heard
$2
that.
on a cocktail is like more than fair. That's way less than 20%.
It
Yeah.
depends where you go, yeah.
I'm buying a cocktail that's $18.
Bruh.
I'll absolutely tip on a cocktail because it takes them some time.
Shaky,
There's an art to it,
ingredients.
I
But-
think I agree with you to an extent. I think we should be tipping. But I agree that it doesn't need to be 20%.
It's hard. It's
For
hard.
everything.
Because here's the thing. You're like, yes, this person's not making a lot of money, but
Is that my problem?
well, no.
That's
Not
what your
that
face
that-
was saying.
No, I like what I was gonna say is this person's not making as much that much money in these kind of jobs where you're being tipped, except for at like fancy restaurants. Those waiters are making bank.
Right.
This barista is not making that much money, but neither am I.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And is it like, not that this is a bad take, by the way, I'm saying, but like,
New segment, bad
but
take.
like Starbucks should be paying people more instead of putting the impetus on us to be like, let me help this person be able to afford rent.
Ultimately comes
We're
down,
all suffering.
I think some people would argue if you can't afford the tip, then you can't afford the thing.
Agree.
There's
There's fairness to that.
The idea that paying someone a livable wage got passed on to the consumer is the biggest corporate bamboozle of our lifetime.
Agree.
Like making me feel guilty that this person doesn't make enough money and I have to pay them enough money even though I'm already paying for the product is just absolutely insane.
You
While
know
they
that
make billions and billions of dollars.
You know that the
I
concept of
hear
going
you.
green. You know that the concept of going green was invented by oil companies.
I totally believe it.
serious.
I didn't know that,
The
but
concept of
Guys.
going green was invented by oil companies. This is possibly.
I fear we've lost.
We've totally lost. We're now. Oh, by the way,
No, everyone
this
will
used to
agree
be a
with
STEM
us.
podcast. It's now political podcast.
Have you heard?
This is now conspiracy theory
Have you heard
political
that
podcast.
there's these scientists that have done X-rays on the pyramids, and there's these like big things inside the pyramids that would suggest. Shit, I didn't listen when some boy was telling me.
Okay,
I was just trying to.
so the oil companies invented going green, and the pyramids
Are more advanced than
are more advanced than we thought. Could have been
history would
aliens.
suggest. Aliens
Yeah.
or something.
And there's definitely no way we went to the moon. No chance. Neil Armstrong was an actor paid by the government.
And hey, what's up with birds?
Yeah. Those definitely are plants from the government.
And worst of all,
And worst of all,
why are we tipping 20% on food delivery services?
amen. Hey, to circle back,
Just-
I started this about street meat because my friend Benjamin told me the story that he
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
you
his
never
friends
said
in
what
their
you were
20s,
gonna
they went out,
say.
and then as the famous story goes, some boy who was with them that none of them knew, who had been like annoying all night, I guess.
Love
The
that character on any given night.
The catchphrase he had at the very end of the night was, "Aw, my hot dog's cold." That was the whole. That's all that Benjamin and I said that for weeks on end. He was like annoying all night. They all went to get street meat, and then he's like, "Aw, my hot dog's cold," in his like Australian accent.
Wait, that's cute. I love that boy.
Isn't that great?
Shout out to
Aw.
that boy wherever he is in the world.
where'd you get your shirt, Gabe?
My shirt? Okay, it says Horsham Bible Church. Never attended it. Not sure it even exists, but this is Dad's old softball jersey from church softball. What number was he? 10, 12? What was it?
12.
12. like the disciples.
By the way, I said 12
You
because
hated that. You
I
hated that.
said 12 because Gabe turned around and showed me the number on his back, not because I have my dad's high school jersey number memorized.
It's not even his high school jersey number. It was like the church softball league in between high school and like for summer or something.
Yo,
Anyway,
softball leagues are.
never.
Gabe is bad at softball leagues.
I'm bad. I've actually never been. So this is fair to say that I'm truly a pretty even keeled guy. I don't get
It's true.
upset hardly at all. I actually make it like intentionally try not to.
Spoken like a really even keeled guy.
Yeah, I intentionally try not to, and I'm also just like I think it's just a wiring thing.
No, it's true. I never see you really get that worked
I
up.
think it's just a wiring thing.
Except when we were younger and we hated each other's guts.
Of course, but that's different. We did in fact hate each other's guts. I'm not sure I've said this before, but
I spoke about this last night.
Are you talking about me punching the car?
No. I
Just gave away the punchline to my story.
Well, actually, I forgot about that. I spoke about why we hated each other in high school so much for that period of time last night
Well,
at the
hairspray.
bar. Hairspray.
But it was also like that was probably
we
the
talk
straw
about that
broke
on
the
the
camel's
pod?
back. We have to have.
Ellie, I'm not sure if we've talked about this on the podcast, but do you remember, and I don't know if this is a dream or not. I'm telling you, a lot of my like early childhood gets mixed up with dreams.
Yeah, I
Is that
hear
just,
that.
does that happen to you guys?
No, it all gets fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I remember, I literally don't know if this is real or not. I remember you on the sled hill across the street, you were holding me down and you're like, oh, little baby, little baby, little baby. And I punched you in the face.
Whoa.
Do
you remember this?
That sounds right.
You punched me in the face? Sick.
Maybe like not that aggressively, but then I think like you started crying and it was this whole big ordeal. Do you remember this at all, or am I probably making this up?
I mean, I don't remember it at all, but it could be true. I have a pretty bad memory.
It sounds true.
It sounds true.
I have a bad memory of my early childhood as well, so deeper probably.
So much deeper. So the
Wow, it's cool to know that you've punched me in the face in the past.
you punched me in the face because I told you to once in the basement. Do you remember this? No. Okay, you were little and I was like,
I'm
punch me in
sure
the face.
we've punched each other in the face.
I don't know. Probably.
You don't think we've punched each other
well,
in the face?
probably, but it's a little probably
Yeah. Like early on.
early.
Yeah.
Early.
We'd be trying to kill each other.
We'd be
then.
trying to kill each other.
I
And there
remember.
were times,
I remember it was like, I want to hurt you.
What was that time where, shout out cousin Hadley. What was that time where Hadley threw a shoe at my head or something because we were all in the bed? Doesn't matter. This is a terrible story if I don't remember.
Well,
Okay,
you know what's
here's
also
the story.
terrible
Here's the
is
story.
we're all drinking coffee and we're not finishing one single sentence.
So this was in the era where we hated each other the most, which was my senior year of high school, your sophomore year of high school.
Clock it. I was a sophomore.
Hated each other. It was the year 2010, right? The year 2010,
Yeah, it was 15 years ago.
which in some ways feels like it should have been longer ago.
Way longer.
Dude, that feels like 30 years ago.
I know.
Okay,
It was a
anyway.
really long time ago.
So what happened was I was driving home and then you were like, because you were like, I don't need a ride. And then halfway home, you were like, actually, I need you to come back and pick me up.
I don't remember this
And
at all, by the way.
And mom was like, you have to go pick up Allie. And for whatever reason, I was so mad. I was like, ugh.
By the way, can I say, you picked me up from school, right?
Yeah, from school.
By the way, can I say, the drive from the school to our home was 8 minutes
13
tops.
minutes tops. Yeah. 7 minutes. It was one
had
road.
we gotten all the way home,
One
gotten
road.
out of the car, walked in the front door, and my mom said, you have to go back and get your sister, it still would have only costed him about 20 minutes.
Yeah. So I remember I was at Avon and Livernois, that terrible intersection where the Eagle Scouts built that gazebo over near the river.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Remember the Eagle Scouts?
Shout out.
Shout out Eagle Scouts. So I get the notification that I have to go back and pick you up, but I already hate you and I'm on my way home.
By the way,
what did
3
you get
minutes
the
from school.
notification on?
Probably one of those chocolate slide phones.
An iPhone.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
an
Senior
iPhone by
year,
then.
senior year, I had an
2010?
iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
we
like
had
the
iPhones.
iPhone 4?
It was like an iPhone 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
We started with little flip phones, and we had those flip phones that, do you remember there was an ad that was like this? At the time, having your phone be the tiniest it could be possible was like so chic and cool. And there was an ad that the flip phone was the same size as an egg. And everyone was like, fuck yeah, that's the flip phones we started on.
Okay. So on my way home, get the notification that I have to come back and pick up Allie. I hate her guts so much.
Yeah.
I pop a Yui, and in popping a Yui, spill my slushie all over.
That's so
The slushie is so high school, bro. Slushie is so high school. Spill my
God.
slushie
89 cents at the Speedway.
across the like floor and the seat next to me. So I have to pull into that parking lot where the Eagle Scouts gazebo is.
And it's my fault
And it's Allie's fault.
that you...
I get out of the car. Start scooping slushy out of the car to get it off the thing. I close the door. It was like the 10 seconds where we owned that red Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
I close the door and I punch the door of the car as many times as I can.
Whoa.
Never done this, ever. Punch. The door was fine. My hand was sore.
You probably had, like, now in hindsight, looking back at that was obviously a gross overreaction to the situation. You probably had, like, surging testosterone at the time. Like, you were probably hormonally, like...
No.
Fuck no, dude.
No, that's the age.
Me?
That's the age where your, like, hormones are totally imbalanced.
Yeah.
I think a little younger than that.
I have so much testosterone flowing all through me, yeah. Doing a production of hairspray has got me all fired up. Macho man.
Okay, what does it say about
Fair
me?
enough.
I'm also similar to, obviously because we're siblings, similar to Gabe. I don't get very angry at stuff, but that sounds like it felt so good.
There was something about it.
Getting so mad
at the beginning of
feels
it.
so good.
Yes. It's probably true for all things explosive like that.
Yeah.
Where if you get angry in that way, the very beginning, it was like, you needed it, and
I
it was
punched a pillow
such a
like
good
that
relief.
once.
But then
And then after you're like, I probably
you
should
feel
have done that.
stupid.
We haven't
You feel stupid.
we haven't
bro.
revealed why Gabe was so angry at me at that time, which was that
We're doing a bad job of podcasting today, huh?
no worries.
Or is it good that we're off crazy off
No,
the
this
rails?
is the kind of podcasting that is like.
Do you remember that one
This is
person
like-
commenting, "This is good if you
Bro,
have
you did.
ADHD"?
That's a compliment.
Yeah, it is a compliment. This is the kind of podcasting where I'm picturing all of our stories in like, you know, those cables that hold up bridges where it's all twisted and weaved, but it all comes
we're the
together and it's
bridge.
stronger together.
And
you know
our
what I mean?
siblingship is the bridge. Okay,
But it's
can I-
really hard to follow one strand.
Totally.
Yeah.
Can I just say the reason that Gabe and I hated each other so much at that time was because we were in the musical Hairspray together, and I played Tracy Turnblad and Gabe played Link Larkin. Now, if you know anything about anything, you know that
You just
we-
screamed. If you
that
know
you
anything
just-
about anything,
you
you
just
just screamed
screamed
out loud in
in
your
your
car
car while
or
you're
on the
doing laundry,
train
whatever.
or whatever you're doing.
Those are love interests.
Yeah. In fact, have we reached past 10 minutes? In fact, the fucking high school faculty, who I have told them to their faces now as adults that this was
They
unacceptable.
probably agree. They probably are now like, yeah, that was a
whack.
lapse in judgment.
They cast siblings as love interests in a show. Now, it was not like a romantic, it's not a romantic show, but they were love interests, dude. We hated each other.
We hated each
this
other.
was the
It
stupidest.
was really hard on our relationship.
The stupidest thing we could have ever done because it was like
It's probably the most we've ever hated each
we
other.
were supposed to be having fun, and it was like her opportunity to like be the lead in a musical.
I was the lead in my sophomore year of high school.
and that
you
was
guys.
cool. But then it
Queen,
like it still makes me feel sick to my stomach to even think about that era because it sucked so bad. There's a kiss at the end of the show that we obviously had to cut, but not only did we not cut it, instead
we did cut
we were
it. To be clear, Gabe and I did
no,
not.
No, we did cut it, but we didn't really cut it. It was we were about to kiss, but instead someone steps in between us, which is worse.
Yeah, it's bad.
Worse.
It's bad. And I'm sorry. What episode are we on? Is this 26, 27?
You're getting ahead. I think it's 23. It's the Michael Jordan episode.
Okay. On our Michael Jordan episode.
This is our Michael Jordan episode.
We reveal our deepest, darkest secret and the worst lore about us possible. And I hope you stick with us after this because we think it's rough too.
No, it sucks. It literally sucks. It makes me mad every time I think about it. Because it was bad for us. What did it do? Oh, it was like such a crucial casting choice for a high school production of Hairspray.
You should talk about this in therapy.
I should talk about this in therapy. It pisses me off. I'm like,
It
you
no
guys.
longer pisses me off. It actually cracks me up. I brought my best friend brought it up at a bar last night with some people we hadn't met because we were just talking about theater in high school and college. And she was like, "You have to hear what happened to Allie." And I told them, and everybody at the table lost their minds because it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
But it's such a good party trick.
It's a good story,
Yeah,
but it sucks.
totally sucks. Should we move on?
Yeah, please.
Let's do Did You Know, which is the segment of the show where Gabe and I both bring a fun fact and we say it at the same time in the hopes that we brought the same fun fact.
This is Did You Know? Ready?
'Kay.
Did you?
Ready?
Do you want to set it up so we can clip it good later?
The segment of this is a part of the show.
Hey,
This is the part of the show where we say a fun fact at the same time in the hopes that we say the same fun. I already said this.
I know, but then I made it bad. So you set it up again. You
Okay.
set it up one more time.
In the hopes, this is the part of the show where we say a fun fact at the same time in the hopes that we say the same fun fact. Someday we probably will say the same fun fact, but so far it has not been that day.
We've been doing it for weeks. It's never worked. But
Okay.
today, here it is. Ready?
Today's the day.
Did
have it written down
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I wrote it this
I
morning.
could just read it and say the same thing. I hope it's the same because it has to do with what we were doing yesterday. Okay?
Mine's not.
Did you know that
Zendaya
Costco
had to
is
repeat
the largest
kindergarten
wine
because she was too
retailer in the
shy?
U.S.?
Aww. Okay, Costco is the largest wine retailer in the U.S.
Yeah.
Why does that have to do with what we were? Oh, we
We
at
went to
Costco,
Costco
yesterday.
yesterday. Hello?
Yeah, but not really. We just went for the snacks.
Snacks.
Costco for the snacks.
$1.50 for a hot dog and a fountain drink.
Did you know that you can't get a hot dog without buying a fountain drink?
Did you know that you can get a salad for $6.99 and an ice cream sundae for way cheaper than that, and it was delicious? Did you know that the chocolate cookie that those boys advertise on TikTok has like 700 calories?
700 calories? 700 calories?
Yeah, I read it.
No wonder
on
it gets 3 big booms from me.
Double
chocolate chunk.
I was like,
Da
Lauren.
Vinci?
I was like, Lauren, the double chunk chocolate cookie, the famous.
Dude, take that sentence again.
I was like, Lauren, the famous double tongue.
Dude.
Hold on. I was like, Lauren, the famous double chunk chocolate cookie on the menu. We should try it. And she was like, famous? And then we sat down and she said, why is this famous? And I said, you've never heard
Double chocolate.
She said, oh, this is that one?
Yeah, she didn't know. She'd been pregnant.
No, she'd been pregnant.
She'd been having baby.
That just reminded me of, speaking of embarrassing, just High School musicals being embarrassing. Vocal warm-ups.
Yeah.
Where like one of them I remember doing in like elementary school was chocolate cookie. You know these ones? Chocolate
I've never
cookie,
heard that.
yum, yum, yum.
Okay, do you know
what's the Oreo one?
There's Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
Wait, what's the chocolate cookie one?
I don't know the chocolate cookie one.
Do it again do it and Gabe will play behind you.
Chocolate cookie, yum, yum, yum. There's an Oreo one that I don't remember. But I remember doing that in like elementary school music class.
Chocolate cookie, yum, 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 yum.
This is our version
I don't
of
know
double
that
chunk
one.
chocolate cookie.
I don't know that one.
Chocolate cookie.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, yum,
Chocolate cookie, yum, 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 yum.
We have to change it because what Grant was doing didn't make any sense to me melodically.
No, it was in there. It was in there.
I don't.
Okay,
remember
Mommy
it.
made me mash my M&Ms. There are weird ones. There
How
are weird ones.
high the sky.
I don't know that one. Okay, where were we? Costco. Okay, Costco's the largest wine retailer.
Wine retailer in the U.S.
Costco's definitely the largest hot dog retailer too. You know what I mean?
We could look that up, but it would be well. What? How many
Dude,
do you think that the?
breathe for real. For real, breathe
Do you think that the MLB sells more hot dogs than Costco?
for sure. For sure.
For sure.
Actually, not for sure because the Costco is open every day, cranking out slanging dogs every day.
Do you think that the
Ballparks are
MLB
only
sells
open-
more hot dogs than now? I'll make the distinction. Not packaged hot dogs like hot dogs that you buy at the grocery store and take home and cook.
No.
Cooked hot dogs that you
Yeah.
eat with ketchup
Yeah.
at the place.
Yeah.
Who sells more?
I think it's not even close. MLB like maybe by 5 times.
5 times.
Really?
So okay, think about how many ballparks there are. Not that many compared to how many
Think
Costco's
about how many
there are.
Costco's
And Costco's
there
are
are.
open 365 days out
Do
of
you
the year.
guys-
Also, every baseball team has like 200 games a year.
Okay, do you guys mind?
And
Yeah.
there are
Yeah, and
thousands
but
Costco-
half of
and
those
thousands.
are at other parks.
Costco has 365 days a year.
Okay, think about how many Major League Baseball games are played per year, and like the average stadium's 30,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
you think
30
MLB?
people. I think
Okay.
it's not even close.
You think
Okay.
MLB? You think? I think Costco.
Well,
I think
I'm
it's
being
not even close.
swayed.
I think it's 3 times.
I still think Costco.
Okay, what do I win if Costco is it?
How are we figuring this out?
Whoever, I'm
buy
gonna
you
ask AI.
lunch after this.
I was gonna say,
How
buy me a
many
hot dog. I'll buy you a hot dog if you
a
want.
year does the MLB sell?
How
Let's
many
find
hot
out.
dogs a year does the Costco cafe
Major League Baseball
sell?
fans typically eat around 20 million hot dogs a year. 20 million hot dogs a year.
Costco?
Baseball fans.
151 million, my boy.
No. Is that just the food court?
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna talk to AI
Okay,
for a second.
We can figure this out after too, but
This is a perfect time since Allie's busy. Why don't we have a quick boy chat? What's your take on 100 men versus 1 gorilla? Do you think it's 100 men?
this is our late take because this
no,
has
this
already
is
been decided.
This is boy chat. This is boy chat. 'Cause she's busy. She's busy. I think it's 100 men.
It's 100 men. I saw
Yeah.
this like gorilla scientist say like 40 men could probably do it.
Really?
Just because like obviously
You'd overwhelm it.
a lot of men would die for sure. Like gorillas are so strong, not even close.
This
Yeah,
stat
you'd
says
have
that
to-
Costco sells a staggering 200 million hot dog and soda combos per year. That's enough hot dogs to circle the earth multiple times.
Wow.
Okay, then we got to look up MLB again.
Okay,
I looked it up and it said,
20 million or
20
something
million.
pathetic. Hold on.
but we could look it up again.
There is no way that Costco sells 10x the MLB. There's no way.
I
One of my favorite things about my brothers is that even when
There's
I
no
have
way.
the data to prove my point, they still don't believe me.
we just don't trust the data because we
Because
don't
it
trust
disagrees
the
with you. Because it disagrees with you.
Yeah, that's
This is
called
like me with the
cognitive
Aura ring.
dissonance.
This
Yeah.
is like me with the Aura ring. It's horrid.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. I think it's 100 men for sure. And the more I think about the 100 men versus one gorilla thing, the sadder it gets because you're like, why are these boys going after this gorilla? Leave him alone. Leave this gorilla alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
19.4 million hot dogs in stadiums.
Now, where though? Because if it's 100 men versus one gorilla in the forest,
Okay, I got to say I'm baffled by the Costco thing. I would have bet my mortgage on it being MLB stadiums.
thank God you don't have a mortgage.
Costco literally
Thank
sells
God it's
10
impossible.
times the amount of hot dogs
Thank
that the
God
MLB
it's
does.
impossible for Gen Z and millennials to own homes because you would have lost your mortgage.
I own a home.
Okay, that's true. Congratulations.
Yeah, the only people complaining about not owning a home live in a major city where it is impossible.
Yeah, that's true. It's really hard here.
It's going to be possible for me soon.
But shout out to Costco because even in LA, that hot dog is $1.50.
I guess I should have first asked how many more Costco's are there than MLB stadiums.
Yeah. Because
There's probably like
a
10x
bajillion.
Costco's
Yeah,
compared
yeah,
to MLB
yeah.
stadiums. So I guess that was my fault.
Hey, no worries. We live, we learn, we laugh, we love. I have a late take that is just a quick speech. It's not even really a take, but this is my late take this week. We cannot
Oh.
drop the ball
Oh.
on Ilona Maher. She was in the zeitgeist
Can I
during
say-
the Olympics. Did I say it wrong?
No. Can I say drop the ball?
Oh, we cannot drop the ball on her.
Because she's never dropped the ball on
Because
us.
she's never dropped the ball on us. She's never dropped the ball on us.
No, I totally agree. I have a take about her too. I was just watching a clip from her podcast on TikTok where she was saying that there's not that many hot people in her DMs wanting to date her. And I'm like,
You guys, someone should
She-
date Ilona Maher.
she dates men. I know she dates men, or at least that's what she's saying publicly.
Yep.
I'm not, that's not me saying doubting her. I'm just saying I don't know her, but she's saying she dates men. Men. The boys at the front.
Oh, this is gets feeling the same as that.
Call back. No, it would not be. I just feel like there are so many beautiful women, and you boys are out doing whatever you're doing. Literally, all you have to do is buy them a hot dog.
Yeah, just here's my thing. First of all, why is no one dating Ilona Maher? Incredible. Second of all, we cannot have it just have been a moment. We need her.
No, we need her
We
forever.
need her.
We need her forever. The girls need her forever.
She's a vibe, dude.
She's a
She's
vibe.
cool. She doesn't give a shit, but she also gives a shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
She's
Beautiful, team leader.
beautiful. She's smart. She's tough. She's showing girls a different way to be.
Yes. And also, sort of the Caitlin Clark of her sport. Like, who the hell was talking about rugby?
No.
First of all, rugby, period. Second of all, women's rugby. Neither of those things were being talked about.
I know.
And now all of a sudden people are tuned in?
Tuned in.
Tuned in.
I mean, honestly,
Don't tune out.
lots
America.
of people don't tune out.
America, stay on it with Ilona
Stay
Maher.
on the ball.
Keep
Wait,
her.
wait, let's get a clean shot of that. America,
Stay on the ball with Ilona Maher. Keep her in the zeitgeist. We love her.
She kind of did that for Dancing with the Stars too. Now, I know people were watching
Meaning
Dancing with the
we
Stars.
put Dancing with the Stars back in the mainstream.
It was already in the mainstream. I don't want to claim that she did that, but she made it
Well, she made me
last season.
watch a clip of Dancing with the Stars for the first time in 10 years.
Dancing with the Stars is so fun. Can I say this is why this is why I'm charmed by Dancing with the Stars for multiple reasons. But
You just lost your thought
no, it wasn't that I lost my thought, is that I realized I signed an NDA.
about Dancing with the Stars?
When I worked with that corporation, I got to go backstage at Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, okay.
This is not a secret. I got to go backstage at Dancing with the Stars, and I got to see everybody warming up and getting ready to go out on stage. And it felt live. Like the energy felt like what I understand being
It is,
backstage
though,
to
right?
be. Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, the feeling was there. It was so exciting, and everybody was like warming up together and nervous and talking to each other and, oh, you did so great, and makeup
probably
and
felt
cameras and hair and hairspray and sorry, triggering word.
Felt like theater
But
camp. Yeah.
It felt, yes. And it was all these like beautiful, powerful, really talented people who were nervous.
Yeah, that's a cool feeling.
It was really cool.
That's a cool feeling.
Yeah. I don't think that is wrong of me to say.
No, that's totally fine of you to say. Yeah, Dancing with the Stars, one of those things that has been around for long enough that you're like, it's probably pretty good. I just never watch it.
It's super duper cute. And dance is such like a fabulous medium of expression.
Dance is such a fabulous medium of expression.
That made me sound
like
57.
Mrs. Darbus, bro. Absolute Darbus vibes.
But it is a fabulous medium of expression.
The bigger you get, the more Darbus it becomes.
Yeah, totally.
But it is a fabulous meaning of expression.
People, it's so honest and it's so human to be like telling a story with your body.
Bro,
oh my God, I have to stop. I have to stop. I have to stop. I have to stop.
I agree. But the more you try to defend it, the more Darbus it gets. The more Darbus it gets. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's probably time.
I'm breaking my brothers this week, like I do every week. Gonna tell them which one is better and tell them which one's stronger. Yeah, it's definitive. Which one of them is stronger? I'll decide right now. It's the ranking of the brothers. Number one this week, for reasons I will divulge, happens to be Gabe.
Damn. I'm on a streak. Grant hasn't won in a while.
Well, the reason that Gabe is number one this week is because yesterday I wanted a hot dog for dinner, and then we went to Costco and we got a hot dog, and I didn't pay anything.
Really?
I just never said anything.
Okay.
Free hot dog!
Okay, but it feels like we haven't said anything. We haven't given Grant his ups lately. So can you just at least give him some points, or does
You don't like that you won? You're feeling bad for Grant?
I'm feeling bad because I feel like I've won a couple times in a row, and it doesn't feel that
Grant,
good.
do you feel bad?
It doesn't feel that good because a lot of it has to do with not even me.
No, it has to do with your wife, really.
And my your niece, my daughter.
Well, congratulations on marrying awesome.
No, I know. That's great. That's the prize. Yes.
No, I don't feel bad because I won like 19 weeks in a row before that.
Damn.
And by the way, the second that Grant marries awesome, he's clobbering your ass.
Yeah. The second that Grant marries awesome, he's clobbering your ass. Oh, I did earn some points yesterday because I went into Nordstrom Rack and I found the cutest little onesie for my daughter.
It had blueberries.
It had
all over
blueberries on it. She looked like a little blueberry.
Oh, I have a personal development announcement to make.
Okay. Well, and first of all, thank you so much for the award.
Totally. Don't get
And
used to
Grant,
it.
pleasure.
Good game.
Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game.
My
good
personal development announcement for the week, and maybe we can even sing a song about it.
Sure. What flavor song?
Well, first I need to make the announcement because I need your help writing the song.
Okay.
The announcement is this. My middle name is Jane after my grandmother. And so my initials are AJG.
Uh-huh.
I have felt for quite some time now zero affinity for the letter J. A feels like it belongs to me. G feels like it belongs to me. J feels really foreign to me. I don't resonate with the letter J.
Okay.
Recently, because of my grandmother and because of some other people I've met in my life whose middle name is Jane,
Okay.
as is mine,
Okay.
I'm starting to feel really strongly about the letter J.
Okay.
For the first time ever. And I'm 30. It's my first time ever feeling this way about the letter J. And yesterday, I bought a necklace with a J on it to represent the way I love J and all the people who are J. So, yeah.
It comes before K. And right after I. And that's all there is to the letter J.
That's not all there is to the letter J. It represents so much more. Like if you put the word blue in front of it, you have blue J.
Oh, wow.
And he's laughing at us. That's not all you have with the letter J. Because if you put the letter K after it, it negates what you say.
It's a safety mechanism.
And if you think about it, Jay's gotten kind of a bad rep because of all the men whose name starts with J who were toxic.
John, Jake, Jackson.
Josh.
Wow, you really had some Josh in you.
Well, you just forgot one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But there's lots of beautiful to this letter. You have Jane, jorts,
Jansen backpacks.
Jansport. Not Jansen. What's Jansen?
nothing.
Grocery store.
Oh, okay.
Jansen's.
I'll think of other ways the letter J is amazing, but I just wanted to say my friend Holly, her middle name is J, and some of our other friends' middle name her middle name is Jane. Some of our other friends' middle name starts with Jane. Carmen's middle name is Jane.
Beautiful.
And it's making me feel connected.
Beautiful.
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 So we have that going for us.
We really do have that going for us. Oh.
Do you have any announcements?
I just want to say
Do you
thank
feel connected to the letter S?
No.
Maybe you should work on that.
No, I don't think I need to.
Grant, how about L for you? When you see the letter L, does it feel like it's yours?
I don't think we need to
Annie's doing the loser symbol with her hand behind you.
No, I don't feel connected to it.
Okay.
Well,
So maybe, Annie, do you feel connected to the letter L? She does. She said yes. She's not mic'd, but she says she feels connected to the letter L. That's her middle initial. So maybe that's something we'll work on in the coming weeks, boys, that you start to feel connected to all the letters in your monogram.
I guess. But what do I have monogrammed these days? I'm not wearing fancy shirts.
It's not about
I'm not going to Brooks Brothers.
It's not about loving your monogram. It's about living life to the fullest and feeling and finding meaning in the small things.
Wow. Finding meaning in the small things. Living
And
life
I'm
to the
finding
fullest.
meaning in the letter J. And maybe I'll find meaning in the letter S for you.
Wow. This is very Sesame Street of you.
Thanks.
This week's episode is brought to you by the
Wait,
letter J.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that LinkedIn post that Elmo was fired from his job because of the way that they're doing budget cuts to public television?
That's clever.
Yeah.
Who did that at Sesame Street? That's
Elmo
clever.
made an announcement
This-
that he was fired from his job, and it made me want to cry.
This, by the way, was a STEM podcast. is now
a political
podcast.
Don't worry, you guys. We'll have some STEM next week.
We'll have
we
some
have
STEM next week, but
been
this week
talking politics
we are
this week
feeling
significantly.
political.
But yeah, Elmo posted on LinkedIn like Elmo loves you. Elmo's in the job market now because Elmo doesn't have work, and Elmo's been working with the same people for so many years, and so Elmo's gonna miss his coworkers and he's gonna miss you.
Elmo's using AI to update his resume. Are you gonna say Elmo got fired for doing something racist or something?
No. Elmo got fired because of budget cuts. Should I find it and read it to you?
La 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 la
While you
la
do
la la la. Need a job. La 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 la. Need a job. Elmo lost his income. His insurance too. That's the modern world.
Hi, LinkedIn. Unfortunately, Elmo was recently laid off because of federal budget cuts. Elmo worked at Sesame Street for 45 years. Elmo is sad. Elmo loved his time at Sesame Street. Elmo is going to miss his friends Big Bird, Cookie Monster, Ernie, Bert, Abby, Grover, Count, and so many more. They made Elmo's days so much better. Elmo is looking for his next opportunity. Elmo is good at so many things like hugs. Elmo loves giving hugs. Elmo can also recognize the letter E. I'm sorry, in today's job market, where is there a job for a little guy who can recognize the letter E and give good hugs?
La 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 la. Lost my job. La 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 la.
Elmo can spell his name, feel empathy, and sing Elmo's song. These are my skills too. And ask how you're doing. Elmo is open to full-time or freelance roles. If you hear of any opportunities or want a hug, let's connect. And if you want to help Elmo and his friends, please urge your local congressperson to save public
Elmo's
media.
got no pension, no 401k, didn't plan for retirement.
Wait, imagine I go into a job interview and I'm like, I give good hugs and I'm really empathetic
And I know my own song.
and I can recognize the letter E. Please hire me. Please.
Damn. Truly brutal.
Now
Remember Mr. Noodle?
hold on.
Elmo's live action friend. Live action. It's all live action. But Elmo's like human friend, that guy who didn't talk. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Noodle?
I'm worried
Anyone
that
in this room?
I'm worried
Our
that
fourth sibling sitting over there on the couch with her new dog. Congratulations, just adopted the dog today.
Yay.
Welcome to the world.
Wrong button.
Wrong one.
button.
Sorry.
Wrong-
Hold on.
Congratulations, just adopted the dog today. You don't remember Mr. Noodle?
Gabe, I'm worried that Mr. Noodle's just you.
No, he was like sort of a Charlie Chaplin-esque guy who would like
Are you sure
dance.
he's not? Are you sure that's not from your brain?
Mr. Noodle's just in my head. Mr. Noodle's just up here. Mr. Noodle just lives inside my noodle. Yeah.
I guess DM us if you know of this Mr. Noodle, but I'm worried that it's
People
just
know about
Gabe.
Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle's real.
Okay, Gabe.
Mr. Noodle, don't laugh at me. Mr. Noodle's real.
Right, guys?
Mr. Noodle's real.
Mr. Noodle's real, right, guys?
No, Mr. Noodle's real.
Okay, Gabe.
No, it would be Elmo would be like, let's ask Mr. Noodle if he can. That's a terrible
That's
Elmo.
a wretched Elmo.
Let's ask Mr. Noodle if he can.
Nope, it's getting worse. It's actually disturbing.
Hold on. How does Elmo talk then? Do you do Elmo? Yeah, exactly. I just went in swinging and I did not.
Oh,
Rocco? Who's Rocco, bro? What the hell? What the hell?
Rocco. Elmo. Love. Elmo. Oh,
There it
that's
is.
pretty good.
There
That's
it is.
pretty good.
There it is. Mr. Noodle. Elmo. This is miserable to listen to. Miserable to listen to. This is an audio medium.
Okay, guys, I guess Gabe's a new dad.
La 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 la.
Gabe's a new
Lost
dad,
my
and he
job.
really needs this. So I guess just DM us and say you know.
No,
about
Mr. Noodle's
Noodle.
real. Emma would be like, let's ask Mr. Noodle if he knows about the number 7 or whatever. And then Mr. Noodle be out there like pointing at number 6, and all the kids would be like, no. And he'd point at number 5, and then I'll be like, further away. And then he'd point
Gabe,
at number 7, and they'd be
Gabe,
like, you got it.
Gabe, you can stop. We believe you.
It's tough to be here.
We
today
believe you.
in this moment. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Mom Said.
La 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 la. Sorry.
Grant shook his head no.
It was compulsory.
Do we need to cut? And
No, you just have
talking?
to keep going.
Okay, well, give us a time check.
You got to do like 10 more minutes.
What is the time?
49.
49. Okay, great. Okay, well then we'll cut what I just said and we'll keep going after Elmo into something different.
I don't know how to move out of Elmo.
You don't know how to move away from Elmo? Huh? Mr. Noodle is real.
I
You
know.
looked him up?
No, I remembered him. I just wanted to gaslight Gabe.
Okay, we remember Mr. Noodle and we're just letting me live in my own disease of my own brain. Absolutely misery.
I'm going to be honest. I remembered Mr. Noodle that whole time, but it
Right
was
away?
fun to be like, I don't.
This is the subject change fairy and he's gonna push us into a different subject. Cause Gabe is making the podcast feel like a bummer when it's supposed to be escapist and cool. But it's hard to stay escapist and cool. So the subject change fairy is here to fix the problem. Yeah, the subject change fairy is dropping us in right
It's
now.
not that we don't think the subject is important. It's just that we think you probably didn't come here for that one. That's Michael Barbaro's job.
Hi, I'm Michael Barbaro and welcome to another episode of
There was a second where I was kind of into Michael Barbaro.
What does he look like?
Like romantically.
But I get it. He's
I was
there
kind of
for
like-
you every morning, filling you in.
And
He's got a
talking
sultry
to me,
voice.
And this is the thing, he's talking
What does
to
he
me
look like, though?
every day.
He talks to me every day, and he's
so
checking
smart.
in, and wow, he
And
seems to
that's-
know everything.
No, he's a hottie. And that's
Is he hot?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he's like cute. He's like a hottie.
Those are Okay, you can't say, is he hot? Yeah. I mean, he's like cute. He's a hottie. Those are three different categories. Hot,
He's a hottie.
like cute, hottie are three different categories.
I didn't want to
What
like
is he?
double down on him being hot, but I'm
Because
pretty
you're kind
sure
of forgetting what he
is.
looks like?
Yeah. But I think I interviewed him at one point for a past job, which will remain nameless. And I'm like, yeah, he's a total hottie.
Oh, wow.
Salt and pepper beard,
Oh,
chic, smart guy
wow.
glasses.
Interesting. He's kind of giving,
Total hottie.
I wouldn't say total hottie, but he is giving like librarian chic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if he's tall.
doubt it.
Doubt it.
Did you hear that a couple weekends ago?
Me Googling Michael Barbaro height on a Sunday morning.
A couple weekends ago was May 9, 10, 11 was the weekend. May 5, so it was 5/9 through 5/11. And did you hear that they were calling that Short King weekend? That is so good to me. 5/9 through 5/11. How tall is he?
It doesn't say.
So you just texted for a little bit or what?
No,
Where'd you
I
go?
looked. I tried to find it and I couldn't find it. He's not famous enough for his height to be all over the internet.
That's not true. So many people listen to him.
Okay, well, people don't care about him then because he's not famous enough for his height to be all over the internet. It's
Damn.
not on there.
Michael, hi. I'm Michael Barbaro,
I'm Michael Barbaro.
and you're listening to.
Oh,
The
he
Daily.
is famous enough for us to understand that he has 2 children.
Oh, congratulations, Michael Barbaro. Oh my gosh, Annie just found it in 10 seconds. 5'9".
Good job. Can I say, I don't consider 5'11" short.
No, 5'11" is not short.
Great.
Cool. Fantastic work.
I was just going to go down the line and be like, I don't even think 5'10" is short. I don't even think 5'9" is short. And then I was like, wherever I stop is going to hurt somebody's feelings. I'm going to say
Go for it.
a specific number that I think is short.
Go for it.
Well, short is in the eye of the bee.
Yeah,
The
because someone
beholder.
can have tall vibes and be short, and someone can have short vibes and be tall. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Totally. Famously, Napoleon Bonaparte, tall vibes. Took over the world, bro.
Do you think
Took over the world.
do you
I
think
just
he
learned
had tall vibes
This
though?
is a-
Because
th-
he was kind of like famous for being like sort of pathetic.
this was one of my did you know options today when I was researching did you know?
When I was researching,
Did you know? Did you know that Napoleon Bonaparte was once attacked by a group of rabbits because he and
That's
his
some
buddies
little guy stuff.
he and his buddies went on a hunt, I guess, as the story goes. They were going to go on a hunt, so they released a bunch of rabbits, but the rabbits turned around and started chasing him because they thought he was going to feed them, I guess is the story.
That was like that squirrel that used to live outside my house in West Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you had a...
It would like come
Wow.
at me. I hated
Yeah.
that squirrel. It made me panic. Now
That's
in
the kind of thing
hindsight,
that'll make you move out of an apartment.
it did. And in hindsight, I'd like to go back and calmly
Explain
sweetly
to the squirrel.
flick him in the nose.
Can we do a song to the tune of Pink Pony Club, but it's called West Hollywood Squirrel?
Oh my God. Yes. Let me look up the
That's some
chords
Jimmy
to Pink
Fallon
Pony.
ass.
West
let me look up
Hollywood
the chords.
Squirrel. I'm gonna
Wait,
be
Grant's
scared,
got it.
Hold on.
scared
I
of
know,
the
I know,
West
I know.
Hollywood Squirrel.
Do you think Chaperone's gonna send us a cease and desist?
Let me look up Pink Pony Club chords.
And then we must be done.
Yeah.
Grant, I'd like you to sing it.
Well, you know more about this West Hollywood Squirrel
I'll give you
than I
some
do.
details. I think someone was feeding him. And so he became quite brave. And he used to come up the stairs toward me and come and jump toward me and come at me and follow me all the way to my car.
I'll do the first chorus, and you can do the second.
My
chorus.
boyfriend at the time tried to shoo him away, and I remember him taking a video being like, "Hey dude, you're scaring Allie, you gotta get away." And this squirrel was like dead ass. Maybe he was into me romantically.
I've got a little squirrel living at my house, living at my house. I swear it's calling me. God, what have you done?
You fed him peanuts, and now he won't go away. I'm just trying to go to my car, and he's following me there. What am I gonna
Grant.
say?
West Hollywood Squirrel. I'm
Keep on.
really scared of the West Hollywood Squirrel.
Good job.
He's gonna eat my eyeballs. He's the West Hollywood Squirrel.
Yeah.
Stop feeding him, please, so I can kill the West Hollywood Squirrel. West Hollywood Squirrel. Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
Grant's shutting it down. I love it. Thank you so much. We are really thankful that people listen to this. I say it every week and everyone gets all cringed out, but truly
It's so fun, guys.
it's so fun, and we're so thankful for those of you that listen. We're having this push this summer. This is the summertime push, the Mom Said Summer, where if you will tell, if each
Mom
of you,
said summer.
it's Mom Said Summer.
Yeah, that's gonna catch on.
It's sibling summer. If you will tell one of your
sibling summer's
homies,
kinda cute.
sibling summer, if you will tell one of your homies about this show, it really helps grow the show. If you like us and review us, rate us, review us, all the things that you can do online,
Shout
it helps
out-
build the show so that we can keep doing it. We wanna keep growing it and keep doing it because we're having a lot of fun. This is our Michael Jordan episode, so we're feeling like champions. But truly, if you made it this
Swoosh.
far, tell one homie.
Shout out to my coworker
Tell
who said
one
he
homie
listens.
about the show.
What up, man? Cool. See you guys next week.
Thank you so much. We love y'all. Goodbye.
Hit it, Grant.
We don't hit it at the end of the episode.
Hit it, Grant. What? How
No,
do
we hit it
end?
at the end of the intro.
Oh, okay.
We just end
Bye.
and then he
I
plays
guess-
the thing.
Okay, I guess bye.
Okay, bye.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.